So, I live in Florida, and I love it here. I love it here. However, I feel like I'm not supposed to love it here. You see, a lot of people make jokes about Florida man, Florida woman, all that other shit. Um, and it's kind of annoying. I have a lot of family that's from up north where they like to bust my balls a lot about, oh, Florida, you got the Florida man that does this, you got the Florida woman that does that. And I, for the most part, have been pretty close-lipped about it because, it's family. You don't want to cause drama or anything like that. So you pretty much, at least in my experience, when you don't want to cause drama, it basically means you suspend all of your boundaries, all of your feelings. You're not a person. Your feelings don't matter. Anything that the group says matters is what counts. And so, I go to these family gatherings, and most of my family's in New York or out of state. So I'd go to these family gatherings, and they'd give me shit about being from Florida. And I never really expressed how fucking frustrating that is. Excuse me. It's a little bit of a nerve for me. Because I originally agreed with them because I'm codependent, and whenever bullies basically try to tell me something, I'm like, okay, whatever you say, bully. I'm a little bit like that. I'm working on that, obviously. But whenever my family members would give me shit about Florida, I would just chuckle and smile and, oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Oh, you're making fun of where I live? Yeah, okay. Oh, people from Florida are all idiots? Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. But the logic of what they're saying has no bearing. And the reason for that is because all of the weird shit that you hear going on in Florida happens elsewhere, all over the country, all over the planet. The difference is Florida has something called the Sunshine Law, where basically anything you do is like doing it on live television. If I get arrested right now, if a cop were to pull up and I get into a crash out fight with them, basically the body cam footage is public record. Anybody who's anybody can go to the police department, whatever, pay the FOIA fee and own that material and turn it into a YouTube video, put it on TikTok, put it on blast, put it anywhere they want. Court documents, same thing. Everything is public in Florida. So there's always a saying, you come on vacation, you go home on probation. A lot of the bullshit that happens here are from snowbirds or from people who just came here just to have a good time, thinking, hey, Florida's crazy lawlessness. Let me go there and party. We're not crazy lawlessness. It's just that we're honest about our stupidity. We wear all our shit out on our sleeve here in Florida, thanks to Sunshine Law. And it really gets my goat that my family members aren't sensitive enough to recognize how fucking infuriating it is to have people constantly ragging on you for where you're from. It's really annoying. It's really disrespectful. I kind of want to, I'm hoping low-key that maybe some of them will actually watch this video and give a shit what I think. And care about what I feel instead of what the narrative of what I feel is, which is, oh, poor baby, she's stuck in Florida. No, I like it here. I like living here. I like not having to shovel snow in my driveway. I like being where people come for vacation. I like having access to the beach. And I'm tired of being ashamed of admitting that. So yeah, I live in Florida. I like living in Florida. I don't think there's anything wrong here other than the fact that everything we do here is on blast because we're all a bunch of big mouths. But outside of that, like the bullshittery of what a lot of people up north say. I've seen cops on okay, so I watch body cam videos. I'm kind of addicted. And I'll explain that in another video maybe if I feel like it. Ultimately, the bullshit I see that happens here in Florida happens in every other state. However, the difference is in the body cam footage that you watch from Florida, they don't blur out faces, they don't redact names, they don't hide the location. It's just everything's out there. To the point where if I get arrested right now for doing some crime, not only will you be able to know my first and last legal name, because as you all know, Alana Vitale's not it, you'll be able to know what the police report said, what my sentence was from the judge, and whether or not I plead guilty, not guilty, no contest, etc., etc., etc. The reason why this bothers me is because I feel like there's been a dynamic that's developed in my family where it's like anything that's ugly, we just cover it up. Just like I covered my beautiful tattoos, we just cover it up with makeup and we make ourselves all nice and pretty. And we're just a wonderful, wonderful little family. Nothing ever goes wrong. Fuck that. I need some sunshine law energy. I need some honesty. I lived in a family where there was alcoholism, child abuse, police arrests, all sorts of bullshit going on. Yes, I came from a family where that stuff was happening. And I agree with the Florida policy of open book. Let's just say what happened. Whereas I feel like everybody in my family kind of just likes to bury stuff. Maybe that's why I like to live here. I don't like my bullshit to be buried. I like to put it all out in all its disgusting ugliness for the world to see, because at least it gives me a little feeling of honesty.